And we have much more action from around the Valley Football Association, from Wisconsin Rapids to Marshfield. Let's toss it over to David DeGuzman, who picks up our coverage in the newsroom. David?
Yeah, Lauren, first we want to welcome our viewers into what's normally the newsroom, but on Friday nights during football season, this is what we call Sports Express Command Center. We've got a dedicated team gathering highlights and jotting down scores and stats for us so that we can deliver them to you. All right, let's pick up where Lauren left off with action in the VFA South. Wisconsin Rapids hosting Oshkosh West, both looking to rebound from losses in Week 3. First possession for the Wildcats, and they're in the red zone. Quarterback Sam Oljanik powers his way through and gets the ball over the goal line. And with the extra point, Oshkosh West takes a 7-0 lead. On their next possession, Rapids defense comes through as Oljanik gets sacked by Devin McMahon. And then in the second quarter, Jason Wiernick launches it deep, and Thomas Olson says, "Hello, red zone." The Red Raiders would get on the board thanks to a 1-yard run by Wiernick. But then on the extra point attempt, the ball hits the crossbar and Rapids falls behind. Eventually Oshkosh West with the victory 27-19. Marshfield hosting unbeaten Neenah at Beal Stadium. Both teams won their conference openers last week. In the first quarter, Marshfield inside the 10-yard line. The handoff goes to Kieran Howlett. The senior standout barely crosses the goal line. Referees rule it a touchdown, and the Tigers go up 7-0. First quarter winding down, Marshfield back in the red zone for business, and it's Howlett again barreling his way through traffic and into the promised land. Tigers go up 14-0. Marshfield hands Neenah its first loss, 42-14. Let's take a look at some other scores that just came in. Wausau East gained their first win of the season and for the Scott Mallion era with a 35-32 win over Appleton West. And the Spash Panthers lost to Fond du Lac tonight by a final score of 23-13. Spash had the lead in the third when Ethan Clark scored a 1-yard TD to take a 13-9 lead, but Spash unable to get the victory. And that is all we have for now around the Valley Football Association. We'll continue working here in our command center. Let's get back inside the studio where Lauren Majera has more highlights. Lauren.
Thanks, David. We'll check back in with you just a little bit later. Now moving on to the Great Northern Conference, a pair of 2-1 teams battling it out in a game that you will likely decide the conference champion. Medford hosting Merrill on this Friday the 13th. Early on in the first quarter, Blue Jays say go for it on 4th and long, but the Raiders stand tall. Sam Sadi sniffs it out, the bootleg, and Medford gets the ball via the turnover on downs. But the Jays are a persistent bunch. Running back Mason Reinhart takes the pitch and adds to his 115 yards tonight, gliding past Raider tacklers with ease. He goes 40 yards all the way to the Medford 10-yard line. Merrill would capitalize. Alex Klug takes the inside off the right into the end zone. Medford wins 15-2. Well, Colby is one of 2 teams still undefeated in the Clover Belt, hosting Eau Claire Regis tonight. Let's start things off in a 3-3 game in the third quarter. Colby's driving. Nice run by running back Sage Sopa, but the ball squirts loose. Who has it? Thankfully for the Hornets, Jake Hornke, who's Johnny on the spot and recovers to keep the drive alive. Alive and kicking, as it turns out. Close to the Regis goal, the Hornets sting them for 7. That's McCoy Sopa breaking the plane and remains a 3-all tie. Colby would go on to win 16-3.